Hello, everybody, and welcome to my PowerPoint presentation on three games that Sun Tzu would have loved. So, first up, we have What Did Sun Tzu Teach? Well, all of Sun Tzu's teachings can be found in the best selling book you can find in almost any bookstore today, The Art of War. There are many, many, many lessons that can be found in this that are applicable to many realms of the human endeavor, such as business, video games, social standing, sociology. You think about it, you can probably apply this to it. Um, I've put a few of his teachings in one sneaky little funny boy on there for anybody who is interested. I will read just one of them right here for you guys. And that is to appear weak when you are strong and appear strong when you are weak. And that is about forcing the enemy to make a mistake through the deceit of oneself. He spoke very strongly of self mastery. There is a lot of talk of him knowing himself and knowing his enemy. Right there in the top right, we have if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. So, for the first game, I chose Total War Three Kingdoms. Now, truthfully, this is applicable to any of the Total War titles, but this title not only shares the time in history that he was around for, to my knowledge, feel free to fact check me on that, but this also translates more to his style of battle. So he would probably just crush people in ranked multiplayer blitzes, excuse me. He would probably win a lot because most of your online chuds nowadays don't really know even what a hammer or an anvil is. Um, and he obviously wrote one of the best-selling books about war ever. So I'm going to assume that he would probably be very, very good at this game. He'd likely launch these big, massive campaigns where he's just trying to decide or to dissect his enemy's mind, only to realize that they're bots doing the most logical path. So he'd probably get a little mad at that. But I do think he would enjoy Total War. Please subscribe and ring that bell. We are so close to 500 subscribers. Thank you guys all for your continued support. More coming in the future. Thank you. So, secondly, I want to give a quick shout out to Dota 2 PowerPoints, who actually inspired this current style of my content. I really like the PowerPoint presentation. I really have him to thank for it. But Sun Tzu would probably love Dota 2 because once again, it's this top-down MOBA strategy game where you kind of have to outthink your enemy a bit, outbuild them, just overall outperform them with what or with the tools you have. He would probably try to be this strong commander and get the voice chat of the game, telling everybody what to do, and probably get really confused when he gets a response from some belligerent 15-year-old who doesn't really know what's going on, but just wants to start a ruckus. I think that'd probably throw him off. Yeah, sure, he had other minor things to deal with, like war and death constantly looming, but I don't think he'd know how to deal with that 15-year-old. And finally, we have For Honor. Now, For Honor is kind of a placeholder for fighting games in general, but I think For Honor would be a very special one to Sun Tzu because there is a faction here that uses a lot of Chinese weaponry, and I think he would really enjoy a lot of that. I think he would probably be the most adaptable player to ever play this game. But on the flip side, he probably would also try to find a really spammy way he could just win out easily. Those of you who play the game know, but I think he would probably just claim something like he who doesn't adapt will crumble under the pressure of his own rigidness. He'd probably cringe at a lot of the weapon inaccuracies in this game, but I think he'd still have a good time. So, thank you all for watching. We are very close to 500 subscribers, which is halfway to my goal for my first 3 months of doing YouTube. We have almost achieved that in 3 weeks. So, thank you very much for you guys supporting me constantly. You've made this so much fun. There have been so many recommendations, so many interesting ones. Like one I got yesterday was top three video game characters that Julius Caesar would execute. I thought that was a really cool one. I might splurge out and do some of that in the future. I do have a Patreon coming soon. It will be very cheap and affordable. I just really want to give back to you guys since you've already given me so much of a community already. I'm going to make it very cheap. I think like $3 a month, maybe some channel memberships when we get to that point. And I've had such a good time doing this. And I just want to give a true and sincere thank you every single one of you who has watched this. Thank you so much. I love you all. Goodbye.